My beloved, do you feel your heart beating faster right now? A sudden rush filling your chest isn't random, it's a signal. It's the moment your spirit brushes against something bigger than anything you've faced before. It's heaven leaning closer, like a quiet wind calling your name, letting you know that a shift has already begun. While you sit here unaware of the unseen world around you, something has already been released in your favor. And the timing, it could not be more precise. A moment ago Archangel Michael stood before the throne of God, motionless, silent, trembling. Not because he was afraid but because he had seen something so breathtaking about your future that even he couldn't hold back. And God says, that this moment, this exact window is the only one in which the message could be revealed. Michael says, you have 16 seconds to open your spirit before the message fades into silence forever. That's why you must stay with me. Don't just listen, lean in. And before we go deeper, take a second to like this video, share it with someone you love and subscribe so you never miss the one message that your destiny might depend on. My chosen child, this moment is not the moment you scroll. It's the moment heaven pauses its own rhythm to reach you. Michael says, I finally found the courage to reveal everything even though God tried to stop me because this moment is different. Why different? Because your heart has carried too much. Because your spirit has been stretched thin. Because your tears have reached a point where heaven could no longer watch silently. And so for the first time in a long time, your story has become urgent. What Michael saw was not small. He saw the doors of your life bending, not resisting but finally giving way. He saw truth rising like sunlight exposing every lie spoken against you. He saw a blessing so unexpected that even you wouldn't believe it until it touched your hands. But he also saw something else. Something dark. Something that made even an archangel shake. He saw a trap. A delay. A quiet plan designed to exhaust you until you gave up on what God had already written with your name on it. And that was the moment Michael broke. His tears were not just sadness, they were frustration that you were so close yet danger was still circling. He whispered, tell them now, don't let them miss it. My dear one, you didn't stay because the words sound dramatic. You stayed because something inside you recognized truth before your mind could process it. Your soul felt something familiar, something it has been waiting for. Heaven is watching your persistence right now. Will you stay until the final line? Or will hesitation steal what was meant to lift you? You have asked so many times, does heaven really see me, does God hear me? Let me say it clearly, yes. Every whispered prayer. Every broken sigh at 2 a.m. Every moment you pretended to be strong when you were falling apart inside. None of it was ignored. Every tear echoed louder in heaven than any shout on earth. Archangel Michael saw your future and the vision shook him. Imagine this, an archangel, a warrior of light trembling. His wings quivering. His eyes wet. Angels do not cry easily, but he cried for you. Not because you are weak but because the enemy dared to target someone heaven has marked. Michael pleaded with God. Please let me reveal it. Please Father, allow me to tell them. God hesitated. God says, "It is too much, it will break their heart, they are not ready." But Michael fell to his knees, "They are stronger than they believe. If I don't speak now, they may lose the miracle you designed for them." And for the first time in a long time, heaven gave a limited yes. A small window. A moment that exists only now. Michael says, "You have 16 seconds to listen before the enemy tries to erase this message from your path." What he saw next will change how you see your own life. He saw a light descending so bright it chased away every shadow that has followed you for years. He saw your name engraved on a door that no force on earth can close. He saw you stepping into blessings you once convinced yourself weren't meant for you. And he saw people who doubted you standing speechless as you rise. But he also saw whispers, jealousy hiding behind smiles. People claiming to care while secretly hoping you fail. Delays intentionally placed hoping to drain the last bit of strength you had. But my beloved, do not fear. Let this awaken you. Because heaven already built a path around every obstacle. What was designed to stop you will become the reason you rise. The hands that try to pull you down will unintentionally push you into the spotlight meant for you. And this is why this moment matters. Why you cannot walk away. Why you must stay. Michael told me, "Tell them the secret is hidden in their perseverance. If they remain, if they believe, the vision I saw will manifest faster than time itself." You didn't find this by accident. You were guided. Placed here. Brought into alignment with a message that holds part of your destiny. Don't say you'll come back later. Later won't open this same door. This moment is the appointment heaven booked on your behalf. Michael wasn't crying because of danger alone. He cried because he saw how close you are. He saw how near your breakthrough stands. He saw a miracle waiting at the edge of your patience. You are not repeating history, not this time. The enemy will not laugh at you again. Today heaven bends toward you, waiting to see your next move. And if you're still here, you've already passed the first test. You've already shown heaven that you are ready. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $10. Even now, my beloved, you may feel a tremor inside you, a gentle shaking of your hands or a rush in your chest. That is not fear, it is confirmation. It is heaven itself nudging your soul, reminding you that the invisible walls that once caged your destiny are falling, breaking and dissolving as you read these words. Every breath you take now is different because the spiritual atmosphere surrounding you is shifting. The chains that clung silently to your name are snapping one by one, unseen, unheard yet undeniably real. The moment you are in is not ordinary, it is a conversation written for you before the first day of your life. A moment when heaven bent down just to speak to your spirit directly. Do you feel the pull in your chest, that subtle tug that refuses to be ignored? That is your spirit recognizing its own appointment. Archangel Michael, trembling before the throne of God, whispered, "If they miss this, if they close their eyes now, they may not see what is meant for them for years." Tears rolled down his face as he said it. Imagine a being who has fought the fiercest battles in creation now quivering for you, not because you are weak but because he knows how easily your heart can be swayed if the truth is not revealed at the perfect moment. Michael begged God tirelessly. God initially resisted, whispering, "It is too heavy, too dangerous, too sacred for them to bear." But Michael fell to his knees pleading, "Father, they are ready, they have endured enough, let me speak, let me tell them what must be known." And for a fleeting window God agreed. That is why even now you are given 16 seconds, 16 divine seconds to open your heart fully to receive what was always meant for you. What Michael saw was nothing short of breathtaking. Doors that had been welded shut swung wide open. Blessings, restoration, love and honor poured into your life in a flood so unstoppable that it silenced the whispers of those who doubted you. But within the same vision he saw danger too, a quiet lurking force trying to erase your momentum. Faces you trusted, familiar rooms where your name was discussed, plots hidden behind smiles, all were designed to delay, to weaken, to make you question if the climb was worth it. Michael could not stay silent. He cried out, "If I do not speak now, they will give up before their miracle arrives." Heaven has not forgotten them, God has not ignored them. The preparation was real, the silence was not abandonment. And you, my beloved, are still here. You are reading even as time ticks, even as the seconds threaten to pass without action. That is not coincidence. That is a sign of your spirit recognizing a truth before your mind can even comprehend it. Deep inside you already know, this is my moment, I cannot skip this, I cannot turn away. That inner voice is correct. Michael says, the greatest battle of your life is not with the enemy outside but with hesitation, doubt and the temptation to walk away. That is why I fought for this window. That is why I wept. If they leave now, the trap tightens. If they remain even for a breath longer, they will step into a shift their ancestors prayed to see. The message does not end with warnings, it comes with revelation. Michael also revealed why God paused before allowing this to be shared. The truth would uncover people you thought were safe, allies you believed had your back and yet were shadows in disguise. Heaven cannot allow the blessings meant for you to be stolen by hidden serpents at the table of your life. That is why your spirit has already sensed it, the strange energy, the sudden coldness behind smiles, the uneasy distance that could never be explained. That was heaven preparing you to see clearly, to discern truth from deception. And now Michael confirms it. Those who were not for you are being removed. But God in His perfect design has also prepared replacements, people, opportunities, and blessings far greater than what was taken away. Feel this truth as it enters your bones: what is leaving your life is not loss, it is preparation. The space being made is holy ground for what you always deserved but could not receive until this moment. What was designed to hurt you, to delay you, to betray you will now become the launch pad of your breakthrough. The very hands that tried to pull you down will be forced to push you into the position heaven has prepared. Every shadow, every whisper, every act of deceit that once lingered over your name is dissolving before your eyes, even if you cannot yet see it with the physical senses. Take a moment and let that sink in. The angels themselves are holding their breath, waiting to see if you will stay, if you will believe, if you will step fully into what has been orchestrated just for you. This is not a message of fear, it is a message of empowerment, a call to remain steadfast even when the world tempts you to run. Michael says, the victory, the blessing, the miracle, it is closer than they realize. They must not walk away now. And you have not. That choice alone has already shifted the unseen forces around you. My beloved, let the clarity settle in. This is not another day, another message, another random click. This is your spiritual alignment. Your moment of breakthrough. Your chance to receive what you have cried, prayed, and hoped for all your life. Every delay, every betrayal, every hidden enemy was only a prelude setting the stage for the triumph that is yours. Heaven itself is leaning closer. The light is descending. The chains are breaking. The doors are swinging wide. And you, yes, you are ready. Now let your heart open fully. Let every doubt, every hesitation, every whispered fear fall away. The miracle, the restoration, the justice, the elevation you have been waiting for is here. And it will not pass you by. Stay, believe, receive. Watch as what was once impossible becomes inevitable. And hear me, my beloved, the shift is happening right now. Even as you read these words, forces you cannot see are aligning in your favor. Michael saw it clearly, how every lost opportunity, every closed door, every moment of despair was preparing you for this exact instant. The allies you need, the connections you have prayed for, the doors you thought were permanently closed, they are moving. New people are being positioned to carry your name into rooms that were previously inaccessible. New opportunities are being molded to fit your hand perfectly. And one day soon you will look back and say, now I understand why the pain had to happen, now I see why the losses were necessary. Michael urges, do not stop reading. Every word is your key. Every line is a lifeline. The angels are watching with bated breath, waiting to see if your heart remains open, if your faith stays strong, if you are willing to receive what heaven has orchestrated just for you. Heaven has bent time itself to give you this moment. If you turn away now, if you say I'll come back later, the door will close. Not forever, but until the alignment of heaven and earth repeats, and that could take years. Stay, lean in, pay attention. Michael's voice is not finished speaking. There is a moment approaching in your near future, a moment that will define your path. Michael saw it and he trembled for you. You will be given a choice, one path that seems effortless, inviting, smooth, but it leads to loss, disappointment, and delay. The other path will feel steep, uncertain, and challenging, but it is the way to everything God has promised you. The enemy will try to confuse you, to tempt you with appearances to make the easy route seem more appealing than it truly is. That is why this message exists now, to prepare you, to train your spirit, to give you clarity before the moment of decision arrives. That choice is closer than you think. It may appear in a conversation, a call, a sudden opportunity, a door that opens unexpectedly. When it comes, remember these words: the path that looks easiest is never the path heaven has blessed. Do you feel the weight of what Michael saw? He witnessed the burden you have carried, the heartbreak you kept hidden, the tears you pressed into your pillow when no one was watching. He saw your sleepless nights, your whispered prayers, your questioning if life would ever turn in your favor. And he cried pleading with God, "They cannot be delayed any longer, they cannot remain in this pain. Please Father, let me speak." And God, who loves you beyond measure, allowed it. That is why you are here now reading these words. The heavens themselves could not endure another day of your suffering. Even now, as your eyes move across this page, the atmosphere around you is changing. Chains are breaking, barriers that once seemed permanent are dissolving. Doors are swinging open. What was hidden is being revealed. Your name is being lifted into spaces of blessing and favor that were always meant for you. The enemy may have tried to convince you otherwise, but those lies are unraveling. You are not forgotten, you are not abandoned, and nothing can erase what God has written in heaven's book for your life. Michael's voice shakes with urgency as he speaks of what is coming. He says, "Your story is being rewritten even now. Pages once marked by delay are being crossed out. Spaces once stamped with loss are being filled with restoration. Moments once branded by rejection are being sealed with acceptance. The timeline of your life is being edited by God's hand. Your disappointments, betrayals, closed doors, and lonely nights were never wasted, they were strategy. Heaven has been aligning every piece, waiting for the exact moment when your spirit would be ready to receive the fullness of your destiny. Do you feel it, my beloved? That rising sensation in your chest, the fluttering in your heart. That is heaven signaling that the waiting is over. Your destiny is not small, it is not casual, and it cannot be carried without preparation. Everything false, shallow, or broken has been removed so that what is coming can fit perfectly in your hands. Michael says, the waiting has ended. The clock has struck. The seal has been broken. Doors that refuse to open are trembling on their hinges. Even now angels are being dispatched. Even now signatures are being aligned. Even now opportunities are being prepared for your arrival. Every step you take from this moment forward is supported by forces you cannot see but can feel. Believe it, my beloved. Every loss was a setup for a greater gain. Every betrayal was a prelude to a blessing so big you will look back in awe. The hand of God has been moving behind the scenes, crafting every detail, orchestrating every event so that your rise cannot be stolen or delayed. Stay present, remain focused, keep reading. Your faith right now is the key that unlocks the next chapter of your life, the one where restoration, favor, love and honor flood in and nothing in the past can hinder your future. This is your moment. Your preparation has been complete. Your breakthrough is here and the heavens are waiting to see how you respond. Michael did not cry because of your weakness, he cried because of your strength. He saw how many times you wanted to give up but refused. He saw the countless moments when you whispered, "I can't take this anymore," yet your feet kept moving forward. He witnessed how much was taken from you, how many doors slammed in your face, yet your heart remained soft, untainted by bitterness. That is what moved heaven. That is why this moment has finally arrived. But beware, the enemy will try one last time. Before the miracle lands fully in your life, before the blessing falls squarely into your hands, there will be distractions, doubts, voices that pretend to know better, familiar faces attempting to belittle your purpose, people trying to convince you that nothing is changing. Michael says, tell them to ignore the noise. Tell them to fix their eyes on the promise. Tell them to endure just a little longer because the blessing is already at the door. My child, understand what is truly at stake. This is not merely about wealth, relationships, or opportunities. This is about legacy. It is about breaking cycles that have weighed on your family for generations, about lifting the burdens of shame that have pressed on your shoulders, about rewriting a story not just for you but for all who come after you. Michael saw the impact of your obedience in this moment. The choices you make now will ripple across generations. Children yet unborn will walk in freedom because you refuse to surrender. Your tears, your suffering, your sleepless nights, they have all been seeds planted deep in the ground. And now the harvest is coming. Not a small or partial harvest but a full, abundant, overflowing harvest that will leave you breathless. Michael whispers, tell them they will smile again. Tell them laughter will return. Tell them joy will settle permanently in their life. Even as you read, healing is being released into your body. Peace is pouring into your mind. Strength is rising in your spirit. The heaviness that once pressed against your chest is lifting. Confusion clouding your thoughts is clearing. Hopelessness attempting to whisper lies is being silenced. The atmosphere around you is shifting. You feel it because your spirit recognizes the arrival of change. Not everyone can come with you into your next season. This is why Michael hesitated to reveal what he saw. Some people you trusted most were never meant to carry the weight of your promise. If they remain, they will only slow you, sabotage you, or distract you. Heaven is pruning your life and God is removing the weeds so the garden can bloom. Every hand that lets go will be replaced by two that lift you higher. Every mocking voice will be replaced by three that celebrate your rise. Every betrayal will be replaced by loyalty deeper than you have ever known. Your soul has been drawn to this message because it knows the shift is here. You felt it in your bones, glimpsed it in your dreams, sensed the restlessness, the sudden hope, the stirring of expectation when you thought nothing would change. Michael says, tell them to believe even when their eyes cannot see. Tell them to trust even when their hearts tremble. Tell them to lean into this moment because heaven is watching to see if they will remain faithful until the end. My beloved, do not leave this message unfinished. Every word carries a key, every sentence opens a door. If you stop midway, you will miss what heaven has perfectly orchestrated for you. The last portion of this message unlocks what the first part prepared. Stay until the end. There is one more secret heaven is revealing. Michael saw a promise written in the book of your life, stamped with your name before you were born. A blessing delayed, fought against, hidden, even stolen but never destroyed. That promise has survived storms, betrayals and years of waiting. And now heaven declares, it is time, beloved. Imagine a flood breaking through a dam, light bursting through a cave, a prisoner stepping into freedom after years in chains. That is the magnitude of what is coming. The blessing is not trickling, it is pouring, unstoppable, undeniable, life-altering. The joy, peace, restoration and abundance you thought were impossible are arriving together in fullness, in your hands, in your life. Michael says, do not let your heart be distracted. Do not be shaken by temporary setbacks. The enemy will attempt to roar one last time, but it is too late. The victory is already written. The miracle is at the door. All that remains is your willingness to step forward, your courage to receive, your faith to endure a little longer. Every step you take from this point carries weight in the spiritual realm. Your obedience, your perseverance, your refusal to quit, this is what heaven has been waiting for. This moment is not casual, it is your appointed time. The doors are opening. The chains are breaking. The unseen alignment of your life is manifesting right now. Even now heaven is preparing your hands to hold what has been promised. Every delay, every betrayal, every closed door has only set the stage for a triumph far greater than you imagined. You are not walking this path alone. Angels are dispatched to guide, protect and position you perfectly. The enemy's plans have already been defeated before they could touch you. Michael says, tell them to lift their eyes, to straighten their backs, to step boldly into the next chapter. The story of their life has changed. The page of despair has been closed. The book of joy, favor and abundance is opening and it carries their name. My beloved, this is your moment. The harvest is here. The blessings are on their way. The doors will not close, the promises will not fail, the joy will not be delayed. The unseen forces are working in your favor. What you have endured has prepared you to receive with both hands. And as you take the next step, every breath, every action is being lifted and aligned by heaven itself. The victory is yours. The promise is real. The blessing is not coming, it is already at your doorstep. It is rushing. The miracle is not small, it is massive. The shift is not partial, it is complete. Michael whispered, tell them heaven is not asking for perfect faith. Heaven is asking for simple surrender. Tell them they don't have to understand it. They just have to receive it. Tell them they don't need to force it. They just need to open their hands. My child, open your hands now, not physically but spiritually. Release the fear. Release the doubt. Release control. Say in your heart, God, I receive. That act alone will unlock what has been waiting for you. Your story is not ending in pain. It is opening into glory, blooming into beauty, rising into testimony. And when others witness it, they will know only God could have done it. Stay, listen, receive. Heaven is not done speaking. The message is still unfolding because what is coming for you is too big to pour into one breath. Michael leans closer, his wings trembling urgency in every word. He says, tell them their night is over. Tell them the dawn has begun. Tell them they do not have to fear anymore. My child, you have survived seasons that would have broken others. You carried burdens that would have crushed weaker souls. And yet you are still here. Still breathing, still seeking the light. That alone proves heaven's hand has never left you. The battles you fought could not destroy you because you were never walking alone. Survival was never the goal, victory was. God did not keep you alive to continue suffering. He kept you alive because your story carries glory not yet revealed. Michael says, the glory is here. Heaven is preparing to embarrass your enemies with your blessing. Those who mocked you will watch you lifted. Those who doubted will eat their words. Those who betrayed will witness your rise in ways they cannot explain. And they will know it was not luck, chance, or human favor. It was God. Do not believe the lie that you were cursed. You were not cursed, you were targeted. The enemy only attacks what threatens him and your destiny. Calling and light threatened hell itself. That is why your life has not been ordinary. You are not ordinary. Michael whispers, tell them they will not die in the desert. Tell them the wilderness was temporary. Tell them Canaan is near. You are closer than you think, nearer than you realize. The pain you feel is labor, it comes before birth. What you are about to give birth to will change everything. Do you remember the nights you asked God, why me, why does it always hurt, why can't life be easy? Heaven heard those cries. The answer is this, your life is not small. Easy roads never lead to great destinations. Your journey has been carved with difficulty because your destination is carved with glory. Michael revealed a secret in the spiritual realm, your name is already known. Angels know it. Demons know it. Long before you whispered it, heaven marked you. You are not invisible. No matter what the world made you feel, you are chosen, remembered, and marked for greatness. Even now doors are shaking. Chains are rattling. Heaven's clock is striking the hour for your release. That is why you feel restless. That is why you cannot settle. Your spirit senses the shift. Your heart knows something is coming. You are here because you needed confirmation and heaven has given it. Yes, change is here. Yes, miracles are near. Yes, your waiting is ending. Do not doubt what you hear now. Do not say, I've hoped before and it didn't happen. This is not before, this is now. And now is different because heaven has declared enough delay. Michael says, tell them their tears are finished. Tell them laughter will return. Tell them joy is not a visitor but a permanent guest. Heaven is preparing to surprise you. An unexpected phone call. A letter. An opportunity. A door you thought closed forever suddenly swinging open. A person you thought would never help becomes the very hand that lifts you. Michael says, they must open their hearts for heaven has orchestrated these moments perfectly. The shift is unstoppable and the blessings are on their way. Fear has no place here. Hesitation has no hold. Receive it fully with simple surrender. Beloved, your life is moving into a season of overflowing abundance. The struggles, betrayals and heartbreaks were not for nothing. Every rejection, every sleepless night, every unanswered prayer was preparing the soil for what is now sprouting. The miracle is rushing toward you. It is not partial, it is full. It will restore what was stolen, elevate what was hidden, and multiply what was meant to flourish. Michael says, "Tell them this is not luck. This is divine timing. Tell them the doors are opening, the chains are breaking, and the blessing cannot be stopped. Even now unseen hands are arranging every piece. Every step, every opportunity, every encounter is aligned perfectly for your breakthrough. Heaven is moving. Your season of waiting is over. The promise is no longer delayed. What was held back is rushing forward. The glory that was whispered in heaven's throne is now touching your timeline." Michael says, "Tell them to stand firm. Tell them to trust. Tell them to receive. Their story is changing. Their miracle is at the door. Their testimony is ready to rise. Do not stop now. Do not doubt. This is the moment heaven has been waiting for. The blessing is too large to ignore, too perfect to be hindered, too immediate to delay. It is your time. Your turn. Your destiny is arriving, and heaven waits only for your open hands. This is how God works, mysterious, sudden, unstoppable. When it happens, you will know it is Him, because it will defy logic, exceed your calculations, and break through every expectation. My chosen one, I must warn you, when your breakthrough arrives, not everyone will celebrate it. Some will smile while envy burns inside. Some will try to claim credit. A few may even try to sabotage it. But Michael says, "I will guard them. I will stand at their side. No weapon formed will prosper. No tongue raised will prevail. You are not alone in this, heaven fights for you. Even as you rest, angels move. Even as you doubt, heaven works. Even as you hesitate, the blessing runs toward you. Beloved, all you need to do is remain. Remain open, remain faithful, remain expectant. The key to miracles is not striving, it is surrender. If you can surrender now, if you can simply say, "God, I trust you," everything Michael saw will unfold. The flood will break, the light will pour, the harvest will come. You will stand in awe at what has always been promised. Do not let hesitation steal this moment. Do not let fear silence you. Do not let doubt win. Heaven has waited too long. The angels are watching, God is reaching, Michael is pleading. And you are the one chosen to receive. My beloved, there are things written in heaven's scrolls that even you have not dared to imagine. Michael revealed that many limit their prayers because they think too small. They ask for survival when heaven has already written abundance. They ask for scraps when God has already prepared a table. This is not the season of scraps, this is the season of overflow. You have been conditioned by your past to expect disappointment, to prepare for loss even while hoping for gain, to shield your heart in case the miracle doesn't come. But heaven says, no more. The era of bracing for disappointment is ending. Now you will brace for blessing. Now you will rise in expectation, not fear. Do you know what happens when heaven rewrites a destiny? Everything changes. What should take years can take days. What was lost for decades can be restored in hours. What was locked behind walls can suddenly be delivered into your hands as if the walls never existed. Michael says, tell them speed is coming. Tell them acceleration is here. Tell them the blessing will not crawl, it will run. You have felt delayed. You have wondered if you missed your moment. You have asked, is it too late for me? And heaven's answer is this, no, it is not too late. You are not behind. You are right on time. God does not measure time the way humans do. While you thought you were standing still, He was arranging the stage, preparing the characters, aligning the timing. My chosen one, Michael cried because he saw how close you are. Imagine standing at the door of your house but thinking you are still miles away, that is how near you are to your breakthrough. The enemy has tried to blind you, to convince you that nothing is happening so you would quit too soon. But the truth is this, your miracle is already written. Your shift is already stamped. Your blessing is already released. The angels are not idle. Even now they are moving through the earth preparing the way for you. Chains are breaking in places you cannot see. People you do not know are speaking your name in rooms you have never entered. Signatures are being written. Approvals are being stamped. Doors are being unlocked. You have wondered why life seemed unfair, why others rose while you were left behind. Michael showed me the truth, you were not being punished, you were being preserved. God did not allow you to enter certain doors because they were traps in disguise. He did not allow you to stay in certain circles because they were poisoned wells. You were pulled back not because you were unworthy but because you were too valuable to be wasted there. Sometimes rejection is protection. Sometimes delay is deliverance. Sometimes loss is actually preparation for greater gain. When you look back you will see it clearly. Every no was guiding you to the yes heaven had prepared all along. Michael whispers, tell them joy is coming in waves. Tell them celebration will return to their house. Tell them peace will flood their nights. You will not cry forever. You will not wander forever. You will not struggle forever. Heaven has set an expiration date on your pain and that date is now. Beloved, heaven is not asking for perfection. It is asking for surrender. Not knowing every detail does not matter. Not seeing the entire path does not matter. Your openness is what activates the promise. Michael says, tell them to raise their hands not in fear but in faith. Tell them to release control and receive. The blessing will respond to their faith. The miracle is rushing. It is massive. It is unstoppable. The delay, the loss, the rejection, all of it was a setup for this. The blessing you are about to receive will not be partial. It will overwhelm. It will exceed expectations. It will silence the critics. It will confirm every prayer you whispered in secret. Even the air around you is shifting. Even the energy surrounding your life is being rearranged. Chains are breaking. Doors are unlocking. Alliances are forming. Opportunities are appearing where there was only emptiness. Your story is moving into a season of supernatural acceleration. Michael says, tell them the harvest is faster than they imagine. The blessing is bigger than they dreamed. The change is closer than they feel. They are about to walk into a moment that will astonish even themselves. Beloved, do not step away. Do not hesitate. Do not look back. The enemy will try one last distraction, one last voice of doubt, one last shadow of fear. But Michael says, stand firm. Keep your heart open. Fix your eyes on God. Receive the promise. It is yours. Nothing can stop what heaven has prepared. This is your time. This is your turn. Your miracle is arriving. Your waiting is over. Your moment is now. The shift is happening. The blessing cannot be hidden. The glory is breaking through. And everything Michael saw, the light, the doors, the freedom, the restoration is racing toward you even as you read. Beloved, this is the moment your spirit has been aching for. Michael says, tell them the wait is over, the delay has served its purpose. What seemed like nothing was actually preparation. Do you feel that stirring inside? That tightness in your chest? That restless energy? That is heaven moving, rearranging everything around you, setting the stage for the breakthrough you were born to receive. Nothing you have endured was wasted. Every disappointment, every closed door, every betrayal, it all served to sharpen your faith, to stretch your heart, to align you with the destiny that was written for you before time began. My child, do not underestimate this next part. Michael saw the enemy gather every doubt, every fear, every whisper of discouragement he could muster. But he also saw you rise above it. He saw your hands trembling yet opening. He saw your eyes wet with tears yet fixed on the unseen promise. And he cried not for your weakness but for the power of your persistence. You are standing on the edge of something enormous and heaven is holding nothing back. Doors that were sealed, connections that were delayed, opportunities that seemed impossible, they are all aligning now. The atmosphere around you is changing. People you have never met are being positioned to carry you forward. Circumstances that were against you are being turned into instruments of favor. Michael whispers, tell them to keep their gaze forward, to ignore the distractions, to trust the unseen hand that moves for them. My beloved, heaven is not waiting for perfection. It is waiting for your yes. Just say it quietly in your heart, God, I receive, I trust you. That act alone will set in motion a chain reaction that cannot be stopped. The table is prepared. The doors are open. The blessing is moving toward you faster than you can imagine. And when it arrives, it will not just change your life, it will rewrite generations, altering the course of your family, your community, your legacy. Stay, believe, receive. The shift is now.